Hello everyone. Today we'll be going to solve the VTU model question problems of analog circuits for module 2. So this is part 1. We'll continue some more problems of module 2 of analog circuits in part 2 also. So you can watch my next video, part 2, for the another set of problems related to module 2. So let's solve the problem quickly. So here we have a problem where it is given the mid-band gain AM and the upper 3 dB frequency FH of a CS amplifier with a signal source having internal resistance RSig is 100 kilo ohm. The amplifier has RG value of 4.7 mega ohms. The RD value and the RL is given to you 15 kilo ohm. GM is 1 milliampere per volt. R naught is 150 kilo ohm. RGS is 1 picofarad and CGD is given to you 0.4 picofarads. So this was one of the problem from your model question paper. So let's solve this problem. How to solve, I'll show you. So in this first I will mention what all things you need to find out. So they are telling AM you need to find out. This is unknown to you. Upper 3 dB frequency FH is unknown to you. And what is given to you? Given to you is the first value RSig, that is 100 kilo ohm. Your RG value 4.7 mega ohms. RD and RL value, which is 15 kilo ohms. GM is 1 milliampere per volt. R naught is 150 kilo ohms. And CGS is 1 picofarad given to you. CGD is 0.4 picofarads available to you. So you have to make use of these given values in order to find AM and FH. So as per the theory, you can refer to my videos also for theory of this CS amplifier. So here, as per theory, we should know the formula of AM, that is a mid-band gain. So that if you see the formula, that is equal to minus RG over RG plus RSig into GM RL dash. So we need to use this formula to find out the value of AM here. Okay, so now I should know what is RL dash. RL dash is nothing but the parallel combination of RD parallel with RL parallel with small r naught. I know RD given to me is 15 kilo ohm. RL given to me is 15 kilo ohm. R naught given to me is 150. This is R naught, 150 kilo ohm. Now let's calculate the parallel combination of this. You can just try it out. When you calculate the parallel combination, I am getting the value 7.14 kilo ohms. So here I got the value of RL dash. This value I will substitute here in this place. So when I substitute, this is RG is 4.7 mega ohms, unit I am not showing. Again this is 4.7 mega ohm. RSig is how much? 100 kilo ohm. So 100 kilo ohm if I convert to mega, that is nothing but 0.1 mega ohms into GM is given to me 1 milliampere per volt into RL dash is how much? 7.14 kilo ohm. So this 10 to the power 3 cancels with the 1 milli, that is 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So I haven't written. So it came to be minus, if I calculate, it comes to be minus 7 volt per volt, or I can say minus 7, it's a unit less. So this is the value of AM. Now I have to find out the value of FH. So FH will be nothing but, we should know the formula of FH. FH is 1 upon 2 pi C in R sig value parallel with RG, where C in is nothing but, it is the combination of CGS and C equivalent. CGS is nothing but, CGS I'll copy as it is. C equivalent is nothing but 1 plus GM RL dash into CGD. So this is the value. CGS is given to me 1. CGS is given to me here as 1. Now plus 1 plus Gm RL dash, 1 plus Gm. Gm is given to me 1 milliampere per volt. RL dash is given to me, that I found out, 7.14 kilo ohm, into CGD is 0.4. So when you calculate this value, I'm getting near about 4.256 picofarads. Pico means 10 to the power minus 12. I can write this approximately as 4.26 picofarads. It is up to you. You want to write this value or this value over here. So this value of C in which I got, I will substitute here. So let's put the value and find out the answer. 1 upon 2 pi 4.26 into 10 to the power minus 12, because it's a picofarad. Now RSig parallel with RG. RSig is how much? That is 100 kilo ohm. 100 kilo means 0.1 mega ohm. It is in parallel with RG. RG given to me is 4.7 mega ohms. So mega means I'll put 10 to the power 6. Now when you solve this, when I solve this value, I'm getting near about 381.745 kilohertz. This is my calculation which I did. I got this. You can approximate it as 382 kilohertz also. So this is your answer for the FH 3 dB frequency. So this was the first problem which we solved now. Now let's move on with the next problem. So here is your next problem, problem 2, as you can see on the screen. You have to select appropriate value of CC1, CC2 and CS for a CS amplifier. So it's problem related to CS amplifier, and the amplifier is given having the value RGS 4.7 mega ohm, RDRL as 15K, RSig as 100K, GM as 1 milliampere per volt, and you are required to have FL at 100 Hertz, and that nearest break frequency be at least a decade lower. So we'll see what is given to us and what we need to find out. You need to find out CC1, CC2, CS for a CS amplifier. What is given to you? I'll write here. RG 4.7 mega ohms, RDRL is equal to 15 kilo ohm, RSig value as 100 kilo ohms. GM also is given to you 1 milliampere per volt. Now they're saying it is required to have FL at 100 Hertz, right? So they're saying you need to have FL at 100 Hertz. So now, and one more thing is available to you, that nearest break frequency be at least a decade lower. So we have this problem from low frequency response. So the frequency response comes like this. Here we have 3 breakover frequency. So this is FL. This is also called as FP2. This is FP1 and this is FP3. So this FL is the lower cutoff frequency. After this you have a midband gain AM, or this is called as midband. This is called as midband response. So now you are given here that nearest break frequency be at least a decade lower, means FP1 and FP3 are decade lower, and FL is given to you 100. So FL is 100 Hertz, and indirectly they gave you the value of nearest break frequency, that is FP1 and FP3 at least decade lower. Decade lower means 100 divided by 10, that is 10 Hertz. Because if this is 100, then decade means it will be 100 divided by 10. Now we know the formula for frequency, that is FP1. So if we choose FP1, then using FP1 we can find out CC1, that is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FP1 RG plus R sig, right? So From here I can substitute the value. 1 upon 2 pi. FV1 is 10. RG is 4.7 megaohms plus 0. RSig is 0.1 megaohms into 10 to the power 6 because it's a megaohm. So now if I calculate value, CC1 comes to be 3.3 into 10 to the power minus 9 farads, or I can write this as 3.3 nanofarads. So this is the value of CC1 here. Now find out the value of CC2. CC2 is nothing but 1 upon 2 pi Fp3 Rd plus RL. That is 1 upon 2 pi. Fp3 is 10, Rd is 15k, RL is 15k into 10 to the power 3. So when you find, it will come 5.3 into 10 to the power minus 7 farads. Now last is CS. CS formula is nothing but Gm upon 2 pi FL. So that I substitute. That is Gm is 10 to the power minus 3. 2 pi FL is 100 Hertz. If you solve, you'll get 1.6 microfarads. So this is the value of CS. This is nothing but I got from FL formula. FL is nothing but Gm upon 2 pi CS. So this is your answer for CS, CC1 and CC2. Now let's solve the next problem. Next problem, you have been given a CS amplifier whose CC1, CS and CC2 are 1 microfarad, RG 10 megohms, RSig is 100, GM 2 milliampere per volt, RDRL 10. You need to find out AM, FV1, FV2, FV3 and FL. Now, this is again the problem related to low frequency response of CS amplifier. So let's find out each and every unknown value. So first we'll find out AM. AM formula we have minus RG over RG plus RSig, right, into GM RL dash. Substitute the value, minus 10. RG is how much? 10 divided by 10 plus RSig is how much? 100. So I'll convert this in megaohms. So mega at the numerator will cancel with the mega unit with the denominator. GM given to you is 2, then milliamp, so you can write minus 3, but this RL dash is nothing but your 10 kilo ohm RG parallel with RSig. So this is nothing but 10 kilo ohm parallel RG parallel with RL. So 10 kilo ohm parallel with 10 kilo ohm. So when you solve this, you will get minus 100 here divided by 10.1. If you solve further, you will get minus 9.9 here. So this is the solution for AM. Now still we are unknown with the FE1, FE2, FE3, FL. Let's find out this one. So now FE1 formula is 1 upon 2 pi CC1 RG plus RSig. This formula we got from low frequency response of the CS amplifier. Substitute the value. CC1 is nothing but 1 into 10 to the power minus 6. Then RG plus RSig is 10 plus 0.1 megaohms. So this is unit of megaohms. This will come 0.0157 Hertz. I can write this as near about 0.016 Hertz here. Now I'll find out FP2, that is GM divided by 2 pi CS. GM is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3, 2 milliamperes per volt. This is 2 pi. CS is nothing but 1 microfarad. If you find out, you'll get the value as 318.47 Hertz here. Now if I calculate FP3, FP3 is 1 upon 2 pi CC2 RD plus RL. Substitute the value here. CC2 is 1 microfarad, 10 to the power minus 6. This is RD plus RL means 10 plus 10, 20. 10 to the power 3. If you solve 7.96 Hertz, you will get here. Now FL. FL is nothing but FP2 only. FP2 is how much? 318. So this will be 318.47 Hertz. So this is your answer for unknown components here. Now we'll solve one more problem, and the last problem of this part. Here you have a CS amplifier which utilizes MOSFET, biased at 0.25 milliamperes ID, VOV is 0.25, RD is 20 kilo ohm. The device has VAS 50, and this amplifier is fed with a signal source who's having R signal as 100 and load resistance RL as 20 connected to the output. You need to find out Rn, AV0, R0, AV and GV. And also one more sentence is here. If to maintain reasonable linearity, the peak of the input sine wave is limited to 10% of 2 VOV. So what is given to you is your Vn is 10% of 2 VOV. That is what 10% means 10 to VOV. VOV is how much? 0.25, right? So here VOV is given to you as 0.25. When you calculate this, you'll get 0.05 volts. So Vn is given to you this much, and they're asking you to calculate the value of what is the peak of the sine wave output voltage. So V out, actually they're asking you how much is it. So find out this Rn, AV0, R0, AV, GV and V out. Let's do that. So this is a problem related to CS amplifier without source resistance, and from derivation we have studied Rn should be infinite ideally. AV0, which we want to find out, we can find out that using formula minus GM RD parallel with, that is formula, that is minus GM RD parallel with R0. So this is substitute the value minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now this is GM. How we got GM? GM is nothing but 2 ID upon VOV. Substitute the value. ID is 0.25 milliamps. VOV is 0.25. When you solve, you will get this as 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere per volts. Substituted here GM. RD given to you how much? 20 kilo ohm. 20 into 10 to the power 3 parallel with R0. R0 is how much given to you? R0 is 200 kilo ohm. So this 10 to the power 3 R0 value given to you here is 200. So I have substituted here, and this R0, actually we can find out this value of R0. It's not directly given. So R0 I can find out how? R0 is nothing but equal to VA over ID. VA is 50, ID is 0.25 milliamps. Right? If you calculate, this will come 200 kilo ohms. So that's why I have put here 200 into 10 to the power 3. When you solve this, you'll get minus this value, minus 36.36 volts. So this is the solution for finding out AV0. Now next value what you need to find out is here third value, that is R0. R0 we already know is RD parallel with small R0. RD you know 20 kilo ohm, and R0 you got using VA by ID formula as 200 kilo ohm. Now if I solve, it will get 18.18 kilo ohms near about. Fourth thing that you need to derive is AV value. That is the voltage gain. So that is minus GM RD parallel with RL parallel with R0. This is the formula for AV. This is minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is 20 kilo ohm parallel with 20 kilo ohm parallel with 200 kilo ohm, and this kilo ohm unit I have written here, right? So this will, if you calculate it, become minus 19.04 volt, or you can say volt per volt, or you can say it as unitless also. So So minus 19.4 you'll get here. Now let's find out the value of other parameters now. The other parameter is fifth, that is GB. GB here is equal to AB as your RL is infinite. Sorry, our input is infinite. So because of that GB is equal to AB, and because of this your GB is minus 19.04 here. 6 is you need to find out V out. How will you find out? You have formula AB is equal to V naught by V in or V out by V in. Using this, V out will be AB times of V in, right? AB is minus 19.04 you got. From here you substitute here into V in is 0.05. I calculated, so it will come minus 0.952 volts near about. So this is the output peak value of the sine wave. So this is all about the problems for module 2 in analog circuits. Rest in part 2 we will study some more set of problems related to module 2. Thank you.